Alright, let's get started, everyone. First thing we're going to do is take our thread, work our way back to the barb of the hook. Today we're going to be tying on a TMCO 811S, size 4. Next thing we're going to do is take our mylar cording. We're going to pop the little core out that's inside of it. Take our finger and ruffle up the edge. We're going to kind of fold that over the hook. Tie that in nice and evenly. We're going to come back right to the barb of the hook and tie that in right there. Take our finger and rustle up the little flash. Next thing we're going to do, take our bead chain eyes. We're going to place them probably a full eye length back and then secure them down with X-wraps and parachute wraps. You can use glue. I prefer not to, just because I think the bonefish could smell it. But then again, I'm crazy. Make sure they're nice and tied down well. Couple wraps underneath. Couple wraps one way and the other. Really secure them, make sure they're nice and straight. Once that's done, try to make just a nice little level few wraps on the shank of the hook. And we're going to move our thread right behind the eyes. Then we're going to take our sparkle braid, tie our sparkle braid in right behind the eyes. Couple securing wraps to get that down. Then we're going to start wrapping backwards till we get to the mylar cord. And then we're going to start wrapping forward to the eyes again. I like to do a little more open wraps and further back and then tighter as I get closer to the eyes. It just gives it a little bit of a better tapered body. Then we're going to come and X-wraps the eyes. You could invert your hook to get a better view of what you're tying in. We're going to capture it on the bottom. And cut that off. Alright, now we got our body, eyes, and tail. Next thing we're going to do is take our craft fur. When you cut it off the sheet, there's going to be a lot of under fur. I'm going to take our fingers and just run it through there a couple times, get all of that out. We do sell under fur combs that do it much easier, but I'm stubborn. Then we're going to just make this a nice candle wick taper to it, pulling out the longer fibers at the top and the little shorter fibers at the bottom. Once you get the exact shape you want, I like to just put it up to the hook and see exactly where it's going to lay. I like to make my tail about 1.5 lengths the shank of the hook. So I like to pinch exactly where I want it. Cut that nice and flush. Take my bobbin and do 2 loose wraps over the craft fur, and then just pull right back to the where you won't miss any of the fibers, but you won't crowd the eye. And then put a nice couple securing wraps on there. Then we're going to move right behind the eye. Take our crystal flash. I have 2 pieces here. I'm just going to take them. I'm going to fold them around the thread. Then I'm going to move them to the top. Tie them down. So a total of 4 pieces of flash. Trim them the same length as the craft fur. Pull that all back nice and tight. And I like to come in and just whip finish. I like to do 2 sets of 3. And trim. And that's it. That's a done Bonefish Gotcha. This fly is absolutely incredible for the Bahamas and the Caribbean islands, and you definitely shouldn't go there without having this in your box.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you need any of the materials found in today's video, head to the description below or oldfloridaflyshop.com for all your fly fishing needs. We'll see you out in the water.